going on, everyone? When it comes to the Lakers in this offseason, they have done a fantastic job. They have gotten youth, athleticism, defense, size, centers. They've gotten everything they need to build a legit contender, except for shooting. They really lack shooting. I mean, based on statistics from last year, LeBron James is the best three-point shooter on the team currently. So they could really use a shooter. And the Lakers are actively trying to go and get some shooting, right? There's reports of Buddy Hield. There's reports of Eric Gordon. The Lakers are trying to trade for Kyrie Irving. And if that deal works out, very likely they end up with Joe Harris, Seth Curry, maybe both. That's what they're trying to do, right? The whole reports and things like that is that the Nets want to give up Joe Harris, but the Lakers want Seth Curry. Maybe work out a deal to where you get both of them. That could be hugely beneficial. On the other side, right, you have Buddy Hield and Eric Gordon, two guys that are just dead-eye shooters, two guys that could really be hugely beneficial. And the problem is that even if you were, let's say, best case scenario, let's say you go and you trade for Kyrie Irving, and let's say you get Seth Curry, right? Because I don't know if you'll be able to get both get Seth Curry and you get a Joe Harris, but let's say the Lakers get everything they want. They get Kyrie Irving, they get Seth Curry. That's great. You get a shooter in Kyrie, get a shooter in Seth Curry, right? Let's say then you go and package everything else that you have and you go get a guy like Buddy Hield. Or let's say, worst case, Eric Gordon, right? That gives you 3 quality shooters. That is great. Right? But the problem is that Eric Gordon has had an injury history. Kyrie has had an injury history. Seth Curry has been the only real reliable guy. Even if you get, let's say you do get Joe Harris, right? And you do get Eric Gordon and you do get Seth Curry, right? So now you got 4 quality shooters. But again, Joe Harris, ankle surgery, issues, questions, right? Will he be able to be that guy? If he can be, great. That would work fantastic for the Lakers. But even if everything went perfect for the Lakers and they got all the shooting they need, there's still a lot of questions, still a lot of issues, and still a lot of concerns when you have a solution already on your team in Cole Swider. I mean, he has been absolutely lights out. And he's young, he's developing, he's got size, he's 6'9", a guy that can guard the wing. Yes, he's young, he's raw still in many ways, he's only going to improve, but he has been a dead-eye shooter. He shot 40% in college, and that was even after, as Cole even mentioned in a recent interview, he started the season like 3 for 24 or something like that from 3 and still finished the year at 40%. That is incredible. And he even had a great showing out, even though the Lakers lost in their last Summer League game. He still shot 5 for 8 from 3-point range. The game before that, he shot another like 5 for 9. I mean, the guy is knocking down, 3 to 5 3-pointers night in and night out consistently on a great shooting percentage. And look, I don't want to put too much into Summer League. It is Summer League. It is completely different when you have real NBA teams guarding and defending. But here's the beauty and the position that Cole Swider is in. He's on a team to where a lot of the looks he's getting in Summer League, he will get on the Lakers roster, especially if they get Kyrie Irving. Because you're going to have guys like LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis that are all going to be drawing attention, going to be collapsing the defense, all of those things, and are going to be able to put Swider in the best position possible. Now, he's not a guy that I would say, let's forget and forego everybody and just go get Cole Swider, right? I mean, if you can get Seth and Joe Harris and Buddy Hield and things like that, great. But even if you do get all those guys, you could still bring Cole on as that insurance policy. Because like I said, even if best case scenario, the Lakers get all their guys, they get Buddy Hield, they get Seth, they get Joe Harris, right? Kyrie Irving, that's great. But it doesn't hurt to have another big wing that can shoot the lights out. And a guy that can come in and just give you, 10, 15 minutes a game if need be. Because you're going to have guys that are going to miss games. You're going to have guys that are going to have nights out. And let's say the deal doesn't work out, right? Let's say you just get Kyrie Irving, because I really do believe Kyrie is going to be a Laker at some point. And let's say you get Buddy Hield, right? Again, another best case scenario. Buddy Hield over Eric Gordon. Although I think you can kind of argue it, but let's say most people would probably prefer Buddy Hield. You go and get Buddy Hield. That's great. But if he's injured or he gets hurt or he misses games, the problem is you're relying solely on essentially one 3-point sniper and you don't have anyone else. Now again, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis is really going to be beneficial for all the guys on the team because they're going to get looks that they've never gotten before, right? Even some of these sub 35% guys, they're very likely going to all raise their three-point percentage just because you have a guy like LeBron James that's going to put you in the best position. You're going to be able to get the ball in your exact spot, your shooting stroke, like full motion, everything. You're going to never have it easier shooting threes than you do when you're playing with LeBron, Kyrie, and Anthony Davis. But still, you need that guy that can consistently, night in and night out, provide that just shooting punch. Like, your only job is to give me 3 to 5 3-pointers a game. Can you do that? Like Buddy Hield, Eric Gordon, those are guys that can do that. Kyrie could even do that. Even if you go get Seth Curry, he's a guy that could do that. But you have a guy that is young, that fits everything you need, who is a guy that is basically everything you've been looking for in Cole Swider, and is just a dead-eye shooter. Why not bring him on for a contract? He's on a two-way deal, and that could mean that they keep him on a two-way deal, and he just kind of fluctuates. Maybe if they do get all their guys and everything works out for them, maybe they just kind of keep him on a two-way and they bring him up when need be, kind of like on assignment type thing, which I think would be fine. But I really do think that the Lakers should give Cole Swider some burn during the regular season. Now, come playoff time, unless he turns into an Austin Reeves type guy where, he's a guy that can contribute immediately and he's great and he, is not afraid of the moment, not afraid of the pressure, anything like that, then yeah, Austin Reeves was knocking down game winners last season, so there's always that potential. So if he is that guy, then yeah, leave him on the roster. But if he is a guy that, is kind of hot and cold and he looks like a guy that needs to kind of adjust to the speed of the NBA and the size and things like that, and he needs some adjustment periods, then, come playoff time, you're probably not going to use him. But during the regular season, why not develop him in real time? Why not give him some shine, give him a couple moments, things like that? Austin Reeves, you can make an argument that the Lakers should start Austin Reeves next year, even if they get Kyrie. Right? Even if they get Joe Harris and Seth Curry, you can make an argument to go get Austin Reeves. So who's to say that Cole can't continue to do this? Austin Reeves had a great summer league, went to the Lakers, and just overperformed. And now look, he's made an argument to be a part of the starting lineup, and he earned his way to a starting lineup. Why not give Cole Swider an opportunity to do that? I just think that, the Lakers are trying to give up all these assets to go get all these shooters when you might have a guy, in your backyard that is, just shooting up practice shots and looks pretty good. Why not give him a shot? That deal, if that deal is there, it's very likely still going to be there. It's very likely it's still going to be on the table. So why not, instead of forcing something, just save your assets, go look for something else, or you still do that trade and you go sign a guy like Cole Swider. I just think no matter how you shake it, it would be an awesome opportunity for both Swider as well as the Lakers. Go get that dead-eye shooter that we already have on a two-way deal. Let him earn the roster spot. Let him be number 14, especially if you end up doing like a 3-for-1 trade for Buddy Hield, right? Because very likely what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up doing a 1-for-2 or 2-for-3 swap with the Nets, and then you're likely going to do a 3-for-1 swap to go get Buddy Hield just because of contracts and stuff like that. So it's very likely you're going to go from 13, 14 roster spots to 12, 13, and then you could bring Swider in, have him on the team, and then, you could still leave that spot for that guy that, gets it bought out or whatever. I just think that Cole has shown enough and done enough to say, hey, you know what? Why don't we bring him in? He's a guy that's everything we need. Guy with size, guy with length, 6'9", could play multiple positions, all of that stuff, and can just be a dead-eye shooter. I just think that he deserves the spot. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think bring him up, get him up here, give him an opportunity to show what he can do, give him an opportunity to make this roster, to maybe earn some minutes. He's everything the Lakers need, and instead of going and giving up the world to go get these other guys, when you already have a guy on your team that could do that. There's experience is a real thing. Experience is something that, we have to be conscious of and concerned with, but I don't know. Austin Reeves, he didn't seem to be afraid of the moment whatsoever. So it's very possible. We have seen it, and the Lakers have hit time and time again. Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso. This guy, Cole, went undrafted, 6'9", dead-eye shooter. I mean, everything. I mean, he's been their best player and most consistent player in Summer League, next to maybe Scottie Pippen Jr. and Jay Huff. But, I mean, you could even make an argument that given what his assignment is and what they want him to do, you can make an argument he's been their best player, right? So, anyway, again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.